The average age for a farmer currently stands at the age of 58. However, Isaac Best, an 18-year-old produce farmer, and my brother, is beating that statistic. First, I rode in the tractor with Isaac one afternoon, where he taught me more about the growing process for produce and the steps it takes to grow a successful yield.
Right now we are dissing land, preparing it for planting this year. We have to diss land every year for produce. By dissing the land, we turn up dirt. Essentially, we're turning up the dirt that we used last year and putting it back under and turning up new dirt so that it brings up new nutrients. I grow yellow summer squash, zucchini squash, pickled cucumbers, and my newest adventure, I guess you could say, I've started growing hard squash, which consists of butternut, acorn, and spaghetti squash. Every year we start off by taking soil samples in the late winter, early spring. That way we take the soil samples of the fields, send them to Raleigh, and they come back with that tells us what nutrients are in the soil and what we need, so we know how to fertilize that year and whatnot. And after we get all the samples back, we'll get the local fertilizer companies to come out here and spread the fertilizer depending on what the soil sample said. And once the fertilizer spread, we begin dissing land, which is what we're doing today, which prepares the land for planting. Once we get the land tore up like we want, leveled out like we want, it's time to plant.
After discussing the growing process of produce, I then asked Isaac about his thoughts on the average age of a farmer today and what could be done to change the statistic.
That number kind of scares me a little bit, because that 58-year-old farmer in just 10 years is going to be 68. And in 10 years after that, 78. In 20, 30 years, who's going to be our farmers? Where's our food going to come from? Unless there's a change and young farmers like me get started, then our food supply is going to dwindle down to nothing. In my local high school, we have an FFA organization, FFA program, where we promote leadership in agriculture. And most people, when they hear Future Farmers of America, they think, hey, it's all about farming. It's all about getting outside and playing with animals, driving a tractor, but it's really not. It's more of a leadership organization. And it teaches young kids, or teenagers, I guess you could say, the importance of being a leader in the agriculture field. So I believe that the ag programs at school should continue to do what they're doing. I like to see that in schools, and I like to see kids my age be passionate about learning more about agriculture, because that's our future.
I then talked to my parents about their thoughts on Isaac's career choice and what could be done to change the fate of farmers in the future.
I'm Paula, and I'm Isaac's mother. I'm a 6th grade language arts and social studies teacher.
I'm Greg, his father. I'm a farmer.
I'm very proud of him for pursuing his dream. He's been doing this since he was 10 years old, and he's been very successful, and I just hope that he can continue in the future. It's very important. It instills work ethics that you just can't get anywhere else. Days of hard work or character building, and I just hope that he can continue that and have a family of his own.
Well, I want him to carry on the family tradition of a family farm. It's hard at times, but I think he can make it work if he put his mind to it.
I think there definitely needs to be a lot more education in the high schools and middle schools to teach kids where their food comes from and help them understand that you don't just go to a grocery store and buy it. It has to be grown somewhere by someone.
As the daughter and sister of farmers, I encourage everyone to shop locally and support local family farms.